Researchers at Stanford University have discovered that an excessive amount of a specific gut bacteria called firmicute is acting like a sponge, absorbing insulin from the pancreas and disrupting blood sugar levels. As you watch this video, this bacteria, now being referred to as the sugar bacteria, is being identified as the true cause of type 2 diabetes. And a simple apple cider vinegar extract, which you might already have at home, could be the key to fighting this bacteria and providing immediate and long-lasting blood sugar regulation. You'll be shocked when you find out what it's all about. Most people don't realize it, but the real reason behind blood sugar imbalances has less to do with genetics or insulin than we initially thought. Almost 90% of adults over 60 have insulin resistance, but not all of them develop diabetes. Here's the problem. No matter what medications you take or diets you try, you're usually only treating the symptoms, not the real cause, proving that from the very beginning, suffering from diabetes was never your fault. We discovered this almost by accident when I got a call from my mom saying that my dad's blood sugar levels were so out of control that doctors were considering putting him on lifelong insulin injections, something that could have permanently impacted his quality of life. Experts around the world are now blaming a lack of gut bacteria control for the growing epidemic of type 2 diabetes. You've probably never heard of this little-known cause before, but since early 2024, it has spread like wildfire among adults over 50. If you or a loved one is experiencing diabetes symptoms like excessive thirst, extreme fatigue, blurred vision, unexplained weight gain, or slow-healing wounds, you could be a victim of this gut bacteria. And that's why traditional treatments don't work. In fact, they actually make symptoms worse over time. It's like trying to put out a fire with gasoline. Listen, over time, it will only get harder to control your diet, prevent blood sugar spikes, or even live a normal life without constant worry. That's when your family starts wondering if you need help managing your condition. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but this means you could get stuck in an endless cycle of medications and worsening symptoms. If the damage to your pancreas becomes severe, you could even develop serious complications like kidney failure, neuropathy, or blindness. Over time, this gut bacteria takes over, damaging your organs, harming your circulatory system, wreaking havoc on your metabolism, and even affecting your brain function. This condition has been linked to heart disease, amputations, and other life-threatening complications, which is why there is a failure rate of over 70% for all conventional diabetes treatments, including the most advanced medications. Fortunately, this little-known apple cider vinegar extract can help restore the balance of gut bacteria, break down the sugar bacteria, and stabilize blood glucose levels almost immediately. In fact, 65-year-old patients who relied entirely on insulin and expensive medications for years have now been able to normalize their blood sugar without side effects. This new solution is the only one that targets the root cause, leading to the permanent elimination of blood sugar imbalances. It works quickly, and it's 100% natural. Take a look at some testimonials from patients who have tried this natural drink.
Last month, I spent over $8,100 on medications and doctor's appointments, and it was all for nothing. Since I started using this apple drink, my blood sugar levels have dropped, and I no longer experience the symptoms that used to torment me. It's truly different from anything I've tried before, and I highly recommend it.
For years, I suffered from type 2 diabetes, which caused extreme fatigue and fear of serious complications. 3 weeks ago, doctors warned me that my condition was getting worse and that without a drastic change, I would soon need daily insulin injections. I almost spent $34,000 on an experimental treatment that didn't even guarantee results. But then, by pure chance, I came across this video. All I can say is that this apple cider vinegar extract literally saved my life.
I've been dealing with out-of-control blood sugar levels since 2016. I was afraid to eat anything, worried about feeling sick after every meal, and terrified of future complications. Then a friend sent me this video and told me to try this natural solution, and something incredible happened. Last week was my first day in 8 years without blood sugar spikes and crashes. Now, I can finally enjoy my meals without fear, have energy all day long, and I'm no longer a slave to my medications.
In this short, 100% free video, my colleague, the renowned Dr. Foster, will share more stories like these, along with studies and detailed information about the effects of this extract for people over 45 who want to stabilize their blood sugar levels. Dr. Foster will also reveal the results his own mother experienced after trying this drink. If you haven't heard about this breakthrough for balancing blood sugar, it's not your fault. The pharmaceutical industry doesn't want you to know about it. The simplicity of this solution will shock you and might even outrage you. I didn't believe it myself until I saw it with my own eyes. That's why I urge you to pay close attention and watch this free video until the very end, because it could be taken down at any moment. And this crucial information won't be available anywhere else. The billion-dollar insulin and metformin industry is furious about this, and Dr. Foster and I are already facing legal threats to keep this discovery a secret. But the main reason to watch until the end is that what Dr. Foster is about to reveal could completely transform your life. In the next 2 minutes, he'll show you how anyone at any age can fight and permanently eliminate the root cause of diabetes with a 100% natural solution that's easy to use and more affordable than your daily coffee. You can do this at home, and it starts working almost immediately. It doesn't matter if you've been struggling with diabetes for 7 days or 7 years, and it doesn't matter if you've already tried medications, restrictive diets, intense exercise, or home remedies. This works for everyone. This is the only proven method that lets you say goodbye to blood sugar issues forever, and it works especially well if you're over 54. Because it's all natural. It also boosts your energy, enhances your vitality, and improves overall health. More than 48,000 people of all ages are already using this apple cider vinegar extract and can finally enjoy life again without fear of diabetes. Now, you're about to discover why this is the #1 solution for those struggling with blood sugar issues, and how it can help you too. So now, I'll turn it over to my colleague, Dr. Foster, who will explain how we discovered this new, powerful method to balance blood sugar.
Hello to you on the other side of the screen. How are you? I hope all is well. And if today isn't a good day, don't worry. Things are about to get much better. My name is Arthur Foster, and today I'm here to share something that won't just help you, but will completely change your life. By the end of this video, you'll know how to reverse type 2 diabetes naturally, at home, and for good. A week from now, you'll already notice a significant improvement in your blood glucose levels. Now, I know what you might be thinking. This is impossible, or I've heard this promise in other videos before. How do I know this? No, I don't have diabetes, nor have I ever had it, but I've treated thousands of patients with it. What I've noticed is that, in recent years, more patients have come in after trying DIY recipes they found in online ebooks, using cinnamon or other ingredients, or they've tried capsules that turned out to be nothing but flour, sold in long videos with empty promises. Many of these patients ended up worsening their health by following such methods. So, I understand if you're wary and think my video might be another scam like those spreading online, and maybe you've even fallen for one before. I'm truly sorry if you have. These scammers know exactly how to profit from people's pain. But the truth is, video is the most effective way to spread a message today. It's here, through the video you're watching now, that I can share an innovative, proven method to reverse type 2 diabetes. And the best part? I'm sharing it free of charge. I'm not the type of person who likes to brag about my career or achievements. I decided early in life, back in my teens, that I wanted to be a doctor, and I even knew my future specialty. That decision was driven by my desire to help someone I love dearly, my mother. Throughout my career, some colleagues discouraged me from seeking a permanent cure, but I never gave up. Even as I searched for a cure, I focused on giving my beloved mother and others with the same condition a better quality of life. It's never been about recognition or awards for me, but I understand that for you to feel confident in what I'll share, it's important for you to know a bit more about who I am and how I made this discovery. I hold a degree in biological sciences and completed my postgraduate studies in medicine at Harvard. I did my internal medicine residency at Massachusetts General Hospital, specializing in endocrinology and diabetes at Brigham and Women's Hospital. At the Joslin Diabetes Center, I furthered my expertise in diabetes, obesity, and metabolism, working in both research and advanced clinical care. I even taught courses like Pathophysiology of Diabetes and Advances in Diabetes Treatment at Harvard Medical School for a few years. Over my career, I've received several significant awards, including the Laureate Award and the Harold Rifkin Award from the American Diabetes Association, recognizing my contributions to diabetes research and treatment. I've also published a book, Sugar Balance Blueprint, which has sold over 64,000 copies. For the past 5 years, I worked at a clinic in Hollywood, treating a variety of patients, including many well-known celebrities. In fact, one of my patients currently has a film in theaters. He developed type 2 diabetes due to extreme weight fluctuations while preparing for various roles. Now, I'm not mentioning my credentials to boast, but so you understand that I've devoted my life to finding a solution for reversing type 2 diabetes. And after years of research and study, I finally reached that goal. After multiple tests and experiments, I have proven, and today, you will see that reversing diabetes is possible, permanently and 100% naturally, all from the comfort of your home. I'll show you cases of my patients who reversed type 2 diabetes in record time by doing exactly what I'll teach you today. I'll also explain the details about the spongy bacteria, now confirmed as the actual cause of type 2 diabetes. Plus, you'll find out which simple ingredient you can add to your routine today to combat this bacteria and reverse type 2 diabetes for good. No need to cut out sweets, carbs, or even exercise. These things may benefit your overall health, but they're not essential for reversing diabetes. The only thing you need to do is pay attention and follow along to the end, because I'm going to share everything. As many of you know, Big Pharma doesn't want you to have access to information like this. Until recently, I was working at a high-end clinic in Hollywood where I was dismissed for unethical reasons. They fired me because I found a cure for this disease affecting over 35 million Americans. records. And as if firing me weren't enough, they took legal action to prevent me from sharing the information you're about to see. For legal reasons, I can't disclose the clinic's name, but I can tell you it starts with U and has 4 letters. The day the lab tests confirmed the effectiveness of this natural ingredient, I immediately sent a report to the clinic's director. Within 2 hours, he texted me a link to a video call with just 1 line. Join now, it's urgent. I thought he was excited about the research results. After all, we were about to save millions of lives, and the clinic could gain a tremendous reputation by being part of this groundbreaking discovery. I decided to record the call to capture his reaction, but what happened was completely unexpected.
Dr. Foster, what the hell does this report you sent me mean?
Hey boss, isn't it amazing? The research worked. We found the cure for type 2 diabetes.
Amazing! You've got to be kidding me.
What do you mean? I don't understand your frustration.
Listen closely, Foster. I know you're an excellent professional, but I think you're forgetting where you work. Here, you're not a savior. You're a provider of treatments. Our job is to keep clients coming back regularly, not to cure them.
They are not clients. They are patients. That's not why I took this job. I've always believed we are here to improve people's lives, not to take their money.
You are being naive, Foster. Your role here is simple. You bring profit to the clinic. That's why we hired you, because of your impressive credentials. If we release this cure, what's left for us? How are we supposed to keep our revenue steady? How will we maintain our contracts with Big Pharma?
So you want me to just ignore a cure, to keep recommending ineffective treatments, while there's a definitive solution? That goes against everything I believe.
Foster, you really don't get it. If you spread this information, you're dooming the clinic and your career to failure. We can't afford to lose our business. The research is closed. I'm cutting the funding. There's no need to pursue this any further.
Cutting funding, but we reached the goal. The cure is here.
And that's exactly why it needs to be buried. Imagine the profits we'll lose if people find out they can reverse diabetes at home. If you keep pushing this, I'll have no choice but to fire you. And more than that, if this leaks, you'll have much bigger problems than losing your job. We're playing $1 billion game here, Foster. This isn't the time for moralism.
This is crazy. You're asking me to abandon the patients, people who trust me. I won't betray their trust for the sake of profit.
Think very carefully, Foster. This isn't some simple decision you're dealing with here. I'll be there this afternoon to discuss it face to face. Until then, use these hours wisely and don't share this with anyone. And Foster, don't make me have to ruin your career and reputation. I'd hate to have to do that.
Well, because I couldn't agree with the situation, I was fired that very day. The clinic director even brought the company's lawyer to escort me out. They threatened me, saying that if I leaked the research or shared the natural, home-based ingredient that reverses type 2 diabetes, they would slap me with a multi-million-dollar lawsuit. The employment contract I signed stated that all research findings I led belonged exclusively to the clinic's sponsors, along with the right to disclose them. It's absurd. Why shouldn't I be able to tell people that a simple ingredient they have in their kitchen can save their lives? As you can see, the billionaires of Big Pharma don't want this information to get out. So I urge you to pay close attention and watch until the end, because I truly don't know how long this video will stay available. Now, let me tell you what motivated me to investigate this disease in depth and find a solution. When I was 15, my mother was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. From that point on, I grew up watching her suffer. Every day, she would wake up, and the first thing she'd do was prick her finger to check her blood sugar. She'd constantly complain about her lack of energy, how she couldn't eat her favorite foods anymore, how she couldn't do the activities she loved because she was always in pain, especially in her feet and hands. And that's not to mention her high blood pressure, high cholesterol, trouble breathing, and the low self-esteem she developed after gaining a few more pounds. These diabetes-induced issues chained her to a daily routine of taking various pills. At the time, I didn't understand, but now I know that many of her health problems were due to the overwhelming number of medications she was instructed to take. As if that wasn't enough, all of this led to financial strain on our family. My father had already passed away, and we were basically living off Social Security and some small job she could do while my sister and I were at school. It was heartbreaking to grow up watching the person I loved most suffer like that. Since then, I decided I would become an expert in this field. When I graduated, helping my mother fight her diabetes became my #1 priority. She was always the main reason I kept studying and improving myself. I wanted to spend more time in life with her, and I was able to help improve her health a little until the worst day of our lives arrived, June 19th, 2022. That day, I was in my office when I got a call from my sister Nancy. She never called me. Normally, she'd just text. So I got worried. Even though I was in the middle of an appointment, I decided to answer. When I picked up, she was crying, saying she had found our mom passed out on the kitchen floor and that they were at the hospital. I didn't think twice. I apologized to my patient, called another doctor to cover the appointment, and rushed to the hospital. I didn't want to get there and hear it was too late. Thank God it was just a scare. But after I arrived at the hospital, my mother decided to open up and said she couldn't take that life anymore. She said she was tired of being a source of worry for the family, that she felt like a burden, and that she was afraid of dying and being remembered by her grandchildren as the grandmother who was always sick. She said she couldn't stand being constantly tired, with nerve pain and unable to eat the foods she loved, or struggling to care for the plants she adored, or simply not being able to play with her grandkids. She said it wasn't worth living a life like that, where eating a simple piece of pie she'd made herself felt like a threat to her own health. It felt like she was giving up on life, just waiting for the moment to leave us. Without a doubt, that was the hardest moment of my life. Those words were like a knife in my heart. I felt like I was losing my mother, but unfortunately, I couldn't argue with her. It really must be a living hell to endure that kind of life. That moment made me realize that diabetes is so much more than a disease. It's a silent plague that gradually turns a person into a prisoner. It's like a parasite that takes away everything a person values most: independence, freedom, precious moments with loved ones, and confidence in the future. My mind was sabotaging me all the time. I felt like a fraud. What good are all my studies, all my diplomas, awards, specializations if I can't even cure my own mother? This thought kept echoing in my head. The next day, she was discharged, and I ended up spending the rest of the day with her. I made dinner, we talked for hours, and for a brief moment, I managed to lift her spirits a little. When she went to bed, I remember going to the living room, sitting on the couch, and closing my eyes. With my eyes closed, I felt all the anguish and frustration I used to feel when I was young, living with her. That same frustration of not being able to do anything. And worst of all, I felt that deep fear of losing my mom again. I was tired of seeing her suffer so much because of diabetes. She had been going through this for years, and nothing changed. I felt ashamed of myself for abandoning the real reason I became a diabetes specialist, to cure my mother. So, at that moment, I made a vow. I would find a definitive solution for type 2 diabetes, or I would die trying. I wanted something that wouldn't just control or lower blood sugar, but would solve the problem once and for all. But before finding the solution, I first needed to discover what was truly causing type 2 diabetes. That was the first part of my investigation. At the clinic I worked at in Hollywood, I led an academic research group with medical students from the University of California. And it was with this research group that we uncovered the real cause of type 2 diabetes, something that apparently had been ignored by science all these years. Or did the industry always know about this information? I can't say for certain, but it's highly suspicious. Well, none of that matters anymore. What matters is that after a long 8-month legal battle with this clinic, my lawyer handling the case managed to secure this document. After identifying a loophole in my employment contract with the clinic, he requested this preliminary injunction, allowing me to disclose the content of this research while the case remains unsettled. So please pay close attention and watch this video until the end, because it could be taken down at any moment. So let me try to explain this as simply as possible. I'm sure everyone has heard that the gut is our second brain. This is because, unlike any other organ, the gut is the only one that can function on its own without needing the brain to command it. Inside the gut, there are 500 million neurons and 30 different types of neurotransmitters. But even more important than that, the gut houses about 100 trillion bacteria that make up our gut microbiota. Some of these bacteria are good and help the body in various ways, like improving digestion, controlling metabolism, and regulating appetite. On the other hand, there are also bad bacteria that can cause various problems in the body. One example is the H. pylori bacteria, which can cause gastritis and, in more severe cases, even gastric cancer, or salmonella, which can lead to food poisoning. But these bacteria don't just cause diseases in the digestive system. In fact, many modern diseases originate in the gut. Research from renowned institutes shows that imbalances in gut microbiota also affect brain function and hormone production. Issues like depression, anxiety, and even hormonal disorders are directly linked to gut health. That's because the gut is responsible for producing neurotransmitters and hormones crucial for our well-being. When this balance is disrupted, it can trigger a series of diseases throughout the body. Think about it, diabetes is a disease, and insulin is a hormone. So, if an imbalance in gut bacteria can affect hormones and cause diseases, why would it be any different with insulin and type 2 diabetes? This started to make a lot of sense to me. After all, think about it. Type 2 diabetes is a disease that has existed for decades, yet no one has found a universal solution. For years, scientists have focused only on the pancreas pancreas and liver when it comes to type 2 diabetes, completely ignoring the gut, even though it's the second most important organ in the body and affects various hormones. I decided to investigate gut bacteria more deeply to see if any of them were linked to type 2 diabetes. And that's when I found something surprising. I gathered a team of top researchers from the University of California, and we conducted a study with over 800 people, split into 2 groups. For months, we observed their lifestyles and, most importantly, their gut microbiomes. Group A consisted of people with type 2 diabetes, while Group B had no signs of the disease. After months of analysis, we discovered that individuals in Group A who suffered from type 2 diabetes had an excessive amount of a specific bacteria in their guts called Firmicute. In Group B, this bacteria was almost non-existent. Studying this bacteria more closely, we realized that Firmicute was the main culprit behind type 2 diabetes. Firmicute acts like an insulin sponge. Every time the pancreas produces insulin, this bacteria literally absorbs it all. And it doesn't stop there. It also absorbs the insulin you take as medication. As you may know, our body's cells feed on glucose for energy. Insulin's role is essentially that of a gatekeeper, allowing glucose to enter the cell. But when insulin can't reach your cells, they don't get the glucose they need. And your brain interprets this as a need for more food, particularly sugar. This is why diabetics often have a constant craving for sweets. So, even if you follow a diet, cut out carbs, and inject insulin, your blood sugar remains out of control because this bacteria is blocking insulin from doing its job. Sugar continues to circulate in your bloodstream without being absorbed where it's needed. Since your cells aren't being nourished, you feel tired, unmotivated, and develop other illnesses. It's an endless cycle of degeneration. Worse yet, this bacteria grows and multiplies non-stop in the gut, creating an increasingly toxic and inflammatory environment. This explains why so many people struggle to control their blood sugar, even when they're doing everything right. To reverse type 2 diabetes, the key is to eliminate this bacteria. So, my team and I spent countless weeks tirelessly searching for a solution to eradicate this specific bacteria. Then one day, a student sent me a message. "Doctor, come to the lab right now. I found a way to eliminate this cursed bacteria." He had conducted an in vitro experiment with acetic acid. It was an important step in our search for a solution. The experiment succeeded in disintegrating the bacteria, but we couldn't use this approach. The problem was that acetic acid is produced from a reaction between methanol, carbon dioxide, and a chemical catalyst, typically rhodium. This would certainly eradicate the firmicutes, but it would bring other diseases to the patient's gut. We needed something natural with no side effects that could resolve the problem once and for all. That night, I went to sleep praying for God to help me find the answer. The next morning, after breakfast, I took a spoonful of apple cider vinegar, as I do every day, and the answer I'd asked for the night before appeared right before me as if by magic. Why didn't I think of this before? Apple cider vinegar is rich in acetic acid. This acid is produced through natural fermentation. Apple cider vinegar can help balance the gut microbiome and eliminate harmful bacteria like Firmicute. Then I encountered a problem. For a healthy person, taking a spoonful of apple cider vinegar is great for balancing gut bacteria. However, the amount of acetic acid required to eliminate this bacterium in someone with type 2 diabetes is absurdly high. That's because the gut of a diabetic person is already completely dominated by this bacteria. In fact, for apple cider vinegar to be effective against firmicutes in patients with type 2 diabetes, you'd need to consume gallons of vinegar daily. And besides being impractical, that's not healthy. It was then that I realized that apple cider vinegar in its natural form wouldn't be enough. I was determined to find a solution. I knew there was potential there, but I needed to find a way to concentrate this action without the risks associated with excessive vinegar consumption. So, we set out to create a concentrated formula of apple cider vinegar made through a multi-step reduction process. Soon, the lab responsible for reducing the apple cider vinegar extract sent me a small amount for testing. We achieved a solution with the purest possible apple cider vinegar extract, the equivalent of 6 gallons condensed into just 10 drops. So, the next day, I gathered my research team again. Together, we tested this concentrated apple cider vinegar extract on 692 diabetic patients. There were people in their 40s, 50s, and even 80s. People who ate well, people who ate poorly, people newly diagnosed, people who had been struggling with type 2 diabetes for over 10 years, people who had been battling the disease for over 30 years, and so on. My goal was to test the broadest range of people in terms of gender, age, and condition. I did this because I wanted to be certain that this extract would be a definitive solution for everyone suffering from type 2 diabetes. For 6 months, we conducted exams and tests with each volunteer. But at the end of the study, I must admit, I was blown away. The concentrated apple cider vinegar extract managed to eliminate the firmicute bacteria in all the volunteers. And with this, 94% of the participants achieved complete reversal of type 2 diabetes. The remaining 6%, while not achieving full reversal, managed to reduce and take control of their blood sugar levels. But what surprised me most was that the average blood sugar level of the patients, which had been 195 milligrams per deciliter, dropped to an astonishing 91 milligrams per deciliter. All participants reported weight loss, reduced cholesterol, decreased visceral fat, improved immunity, and much more energy. Seeing this left me even more impressed. But after diving deeper into the components of this concentrated extract, I understood why these results happened. It turns out that the concentrated apple cider vinegar extract eliminates all the harmful bacteria in the gut. So when you start consuming it, it's not only the diabetes-causing bacteria that leave your body, but also various other bacteria that are harming your metabolism and overall health. And this is why consuming concentrated apple cider vinegar extract is key to reversing type 2 diabetes and also for achieving a faster metabolism, younger looking skin, better regulated blood pressure, and much improved health. The proof is that the country that consumes the most apple cider vinegar in the world is Japan, which leads all global rankings when it comes to health. The Japanese almost never suffer from diabetes, rarely gain weight, and it is one of the countries with the highest longevity levels in the world. That can't be a coincidence. After this research, I could see with my own eyes that the key to eliminating diabetes and improving health once and for all lay in this powerful extract. I've recorded a video in the lab showing exactly how this concentrated apple cider vinegar solution acts in an intestine dominated by firmicutes bacteria. The content of this video is the primary material I was forbidden from sharing. As a precaution, I made a copy on my personal laptop on the day I was fired. Here's what happened. Hello, Dr. Foster here. My team, who are behind the cameras, and I have spent months developing this research to find a real solution for type 2 diabetes. What we have to share here today is a milestone in modern medicine, and I want to thank everyone involved. Without them, I would never have reached this solution. Now, I'm going to show exactly how this concentrated solution works inside the gut to completely eliminate firmicutes bacteria and reverse type 2 diabetes. First, I want you to look at this vial. Inside, we have a solution with a sample of a healthy, balanced gut microbiome, predominantly containing good bacteria that support gut health. This sample was taken from a healthy 43-year-old man with no diabetes. Now, this other vial contains the same solution, but the intestinal bacteria sample was taken from a 39-year-old diabetic man who struggles to control blood sugar, is overweight, and has neuropathy. This sample is predominantly composed of firmicutes bacteria, which cause type 2 diabetes. Notice how it has a darker, more toxic coloration. Now, watch what happens when I add just a small amount of the firmicutes solution to the healthy bacteria solution. Notice how the healthy sample is now completely contaminated. This happens because firmicutes are much stronger and more resistant than healthy bacteria. Moreover, the immune system itself cannot eliminate them. They proliferate rapidly in the right environment and take over the gut. This is exactly what's happening in the gut of a person with diabetes. They multiply quickly and consume most of the insulin produced by the pancreas, or even the injected insulin, preventing it from reaching the cells. As a result, cells cannot use sugar as an energy source, causing the high blood sugar levels seen in people with type 2 diabetes. These are the bacteria that cause type 2 diabetes. Now, observe what happens when I add the solution with the concentrated extract of natural acetic acid from apple cider vinegar. It's astonishing to see that the solution completely disintegrated the firmicutes, clearing the environment and now making it suitable for the proliferation of healthy bacteria. So, after completely eliminating the harmful bacteria that cause type 2 diabetes, the body will naturally restore the communication between insulin and the cells. This allows glucose to go where it's supposed to go instead of circulating in the bloodstream, fully reversing type 2 diabetes within up to 6 months. As you've seen, my team and I found the solution to reverse type 2 diabetes. And I couldn't have done this without my team of researchers to whom I owe much of this result. After proving that this solution is 100% effective, we intended to partner with a major lab to produce the extract. This is because the lab that provided us with the initial sample couldn't produce it on a large scale. It's an extremely complex and time-consuming process to reduce apple cider vinegar. This reduction process must be done cold, as overheating would cause the acetic acid in apple cider vinegar to lose its natural fermentation properties. As a result, producing even a small quantity takes a significant amount of time. It was at this point, when we began searching for a large lab to produce the extract, that I was unjustly fired and pursued. Without access to the resources at the Hollywood clinic, I took out a bank loan and looked for a partner to produce this extract. It wasn't easy. I went into debt and nearly gave up. But I was one step away from curing my mother. I met with various labs, but none were willing to produce this concentrated extract. Most of these labs Labs were part of Big Pharma and only wanted profit. This extract has to go through several stages of reduction to reach maximum concentration, and they quoted an exorbitant amount that I couldn't afford. Then, a close doctor friend told the operations manager at Takeda Labs about my research. We scheduled a meeting, and when I shared my story, he was deeply moved. In addition to being an excellent professional, he is also a remarkable human being, dedicated to using his work to contribute to society. After listening closely, he made a bold decision. He said he'd produce a small amount of the concentrated apple cider vinegar extract for me to conduct the initial tests. If it worked, we'd increase production gradually, producing small batches every 3 months. When the extract arrived, I didn't waste any time. The first person I thought of was my mother. I knew she deserved this chance. I tested it with other patients, but my mother's case was one I could closely monitor, so I can personally report her progress. For the first 3 days, nothing happened. I admit I started doubting whether it would work, but on the 4th day, something surprising happened. Her blood sugar dropped from 170 to 120 without any changes to her diet or routine. That's when I knew for sure it was the concentrated apple cider vinegar extract taking effect. As the days went by, she began to report numerous benefits, but it was in the 8th week that something incredible happened. She came to my new clinic full of energy, unlike anything I'd ever seen before. She had also lost weight. Over this period, she had lost 21 pounds. And the detail, she hadn't changed her diet at all. She continued eating what she enjoyed and hadn't set foot in a gym during this time. But what astonished me the most was when I did a fasting glucose test on her and saw that her blood glucose, which used to hover between 140 and 160, had now stabilized at 90. Yes, after years of struggling with type 2 diabetes, my mother was finally free from this disease. She managed to reverse it, all thanks to this incredible concentrated apple cider vinegar extract. I remember that we left the lab, and I took her to her favorite restaurant for dinner. She ate everything she wanted: meat, pasta with cheese, ice cream, and she even had wine that night, something she hadn't drunk in years. To confirm, we measured her glucose shortly after, and her blood sugar remained stable. A few days later, I realized I could help more people with this discovery. However, the apple cider vinegar extract was nearly gone. So I spoke with the manager at Takeda Labs again. After a meeting, we signed a contract to produce the first batch. I invited volunteers who had been struggling with type 2 diabetes for years for a final test. And after weeks of testing, my theory was confirmed once more. Every participant in the study managed to free themselves from the disease. It couldn't be a coincidence. It was now proven. The concentrated apple cider vinegar extract is the only thing that can definitively reverse type 2 diabetes. Nothing like it had ever been seen in the history of medicine. At that moment, I had no doubts left. This became my life's purpose. That's why I assembled a team of top professionals. We spent months testing and refining this formula until finally, after so much effort, we created something 100% natural, free of side effects, and fully FDA approved and regulated. And all this work and research led to something I'm very proud of: Glocoshiel. I want you to be the next person to experience renewed health, energy, and confidence. Glocoshiel is the only treatment worldwide that contains pure, concentrated apple cider vinegar extract. It harnesses the power of acetic acid and other natural properties from fermentation in the exact scientifically proven quantities to eliminate Firmicutes bacteria and reverse your type 2 diabetes. This formula is designed to work for anyone facing glucose imbalances, with no exceptions. Whether you're a man or woman, in your 30s or 80s, managing high blood sugar for years, or just recently diagnosed. When I shared this formula with some professional friends, most of them doubted its effectiveness. I understand. They've spent their careers believing this disease was incurable. Now, here's a message I received this week from a close friend you might know.
Hello, I'm Dr. Stephen Gundry. As a heart surgeon and nutrition expert, I've spent years focusing on inflammation and metabolic health, which play a major role in type 2 diabetes. When I heard about Glocoshiel from a trusted colleague, Dr. Foster, I was intrigued. I admit I approached it with some skepticism. After all, we're discussing a condition traditionally considered irreversible. Glocoshiel natural and doesn't conflict with other treatments, so I decided to try it with my patients. I've seen remarkable results. Patients are not only managing their blood sugar naturally, but incredibly are reversing type 2 diabetes. Beyond glucose control, I've noticed improved energy, better overall health, and significant weight loss, which is often a major hurdle. Glocoshiel has made a true difference, transforming lives in a way I hadn't anticipated. This is why I confidently recommend Glocoshiel. It's a groundbreaking option for type 2 diabetes, offering real hope for a healthier future.
The first thing you'll notice with the first 2 weeks of using Glocoshiel is that your blood sugar levels will start to stabilize without much effort. Many people have shared that they saw their blood sugar levels drop, even when they weren't following a strict diet or skipped their exercise routine. Just taking the formula before breakfast was enough to see blood sugar levels begin to decrease within a few weeks. This happens because the concentrated apple cider vinegar is already working to eliminate the firmicutes bacteria that are feeding on insulin in your gut. As this cleansing continues, your body starts reaping the benefits. You'll notice that the constant fatigue and deep exhaustion will begin to fade. You'll also find that episodes of dizziness, blurred vision, or tingling in your hands and feet will start to diminish. And the best part? You won't have to keep taking a lineup of medications, restrict your diet, or wear yourself out with intense workouts. All of this will happen naturally right from the start in the first 2 weeks. And as time passes, you'll see your blood sugar levels continue to stabilize. Those glucose spikes that drag you down, they'll no longer be a problem once you complete the treatment. You'll be overjoyed when your doctor sees your new blood test result and tells you that your glucose levels are under control, freeing you to enjoy the life you deserve. The best part is that you won't have to change anything in your routine or diet. In fact, all you need to do is take 10 drops each day after breakfast, then sit back and let our formula do the rest. We created this formula using 100% natural apple cider vinegar fermentation with no side effects. This formula has no contraindications and will not interfere with the medications you're currently taking. Here's another thing that sets Glocoshiel apart. Unlike many of those placebo supplements that come in hard-to-swallow capsules, we developed our formula in a dropper with the purest possible extract, 100% natural. This makes it easier for your body to absorb the nutrients, and it's much easier to take. Just mix it into your coffee or favorite drink without altering the taste. Each bottle of Glocoshiel is manufactured here in the US in an FDA-approved, GMP-certified facility under the most sterile, strict, and precise standards. These bottles are vegetarian, non-GMO, and safe. They contain no harmful stimulants, toxins, dependency, or tolerance risks. Consider Mary's story from California, who managed to stabilize her glucose levels and restore her health after a decade.
I was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes 7 years ago. My doctor put me on metformin, but my diabetes only got worse, and I started experiencing side effects, kidney pain, dizziness, and sleepless nights. I was scared that my dream of a peaceful retirement was slipping away. Last year, I joined Dr. Foster's trial for an apple cider vinegar extract, now called Glocoshiel. Within a month, my blood sugar dropped from 190 to 130. After 2 months, it was down to 102 and has stayed there ever since. I also lost 18 pounds and finally feel like I'm living the life I always wanted. Even though I've completely reversed my diabetes, I still take Glocoshiel every day. Dr. Foster says I don't need it anymore, but since it's all natural and makes me feel so good, I keep taking it. Honestly, I feel like I'm 30 years old again.
Robert, a 63-year-old from California, shared his story on my personal page. I've tried everything: diets, exercise, teas, medication, acupuncture, and even quit drinking, but my glucose levels always bounced back. I thought I'd never be rid of diabetes. When I tried Glocoshiel, everything changed. In no time, I reversed my type 2 diabetes, just as you said. Now, I'm living a new life. No stress, no exhaustion, and no sleepless nights. People need to know this truly works. I've told all my friends, these drops are easy to use, delicious, and miraculous. Thank you, Dr. Foster. These are just a few of the dozens of messages I receive daily, and I can't wait to get yours in just a few weeks. At this point, you're probably wondering, how can I get this amazing treatment? The truth is that the reduction process to obtain the purest and most concentrated apple cider vinegar extract is a multi-step, labor-intensive process conducted at Takeda Labs. This process is essential for the extract to effectively eliminate all firmicutes bacteria from the gut, allowing insulin to reach the cells in the body where it belongs. Only then can type 2 diabetes be reversed. Additionally, people who tested our treatment and regained their lives continue requesting more bottles for themselves, family, and friends, just to stock up in case we're unable to supply it again. As you know, we're facing harassment and legal challenges from Big Pharma for disrupting their profits, profiting off innocent people desperate for a real solution. What's more, there's an impressive number of people without diabetes who simply take the supplement to rejuvenate their entire body, improve digestion, and optimize gut function, draining our stock in just days. Most of this new batch of Glocoshiel is already reserved for customers who emailed us asking to be notified notified when it becomes available. As you educated yourself with this video today, within the next 90 seconds, you'll discover how to get your hands on a fresh bottle. As you know, I'm not in this for money. My goal has always been to heal my mother. And now, my new mission is to reverse diabetes for everyone suffering from this terrible disease. For this reason, today you'll have access to 3 bottles of Glocoshiel completely free of charge. That's right, at no cost. All you need to do is stay with me here. When you start taking Glocoshiel, there's no doubt that within less than 3 weeks, your blood sugar levels will begin to stabilize and all your health markers will improve within a month. But it's crucial to continue eliminating all Firmicutes bacteria from your gut. This way, you'll reduce the risk of complications such as heart disease, liver problems, and insulin resistance, and you'll feel your whole body rejuvenated. Based on your current condition, it may take a minimum of 90 days to fully restore the balance of your gut after years of imbalance. This means 3 bottles of Glocoshiel, or for the best chance to ensure you're free from future complications while stabilizing your glucose levels, a 6-month supply of Glocoshiel is all you need. After all our tests and seeing the positive results in over 12,000 people, our main recommendation is this. If you've been diagnosed with diabetes for more than 6 months, you should undergo the full 180-day treatment to fully reverse type 2 diabetes, which equals 6 bottles. You'll see amazing results in the first month and will be able to live a life without limitations. However, it's essential not to interrupt treatment to fully eliminate these bacteria and create a balanced gut environment that supports the proliferation of healthy bacteria. This way, not only will you be sure to reverse your diabetes, but you'll also experience numerous other health benefits. Now it's clear why Glocoshiel is the only efficient option to eliminate type 2 diabetes in a healthy, natural way. Nothing else has been proven effective. In contrast to these ineffective methods, Glocoshiel already brings noticeable results in the first weeks, keeping you safe from future gut, liver, kidney, and heart disorders. You can see why my team and I initially considered pricing Glocoshiel at $380 per bottle. This is a pure and highly concentrated extract, extremely difficult to produce. Plus, this special formula was created to treat the root cause of type 2 diabetes, a life-threatening condition that could leave you blind, with an amputated limb, or even dead. Not to mention the costs of consulting a specialist in your area, including the tests they'll make you pay for and the medications they'll prescribe for the rest of your life. After all, in partnership with Big Pharma, that's their goal. Considering all this, $380 per bottle should sound like an incredible offer. But as I've mentioned, Glocoshiel isn't about profit. All we want is to help you and people like you improve. This has been my story and mission from the start with my mother. I wish this miracle product had existed when I was young and saw my beloved mother suffer so much, but I can't change the past. What matters now is that after hearing from so many people who couldn't afford Glocoshiel, I knew I had to make it accessible to everyone. That's why I won't even consider charging you $400 for a month of treatment, because for the 3 to 6 month treatment, that would cost you roughly $1,200 to $2,400. So, if you act today without closing the site and decide to invest in this extraordinary weapon against diabetes, my team and I have agreed to help you begin the only effective treatment that has finally allowed us to stop the deadly monster that is type 2 diabetes. So I ask you, are you ready to change your life and take control of your type 2 diabetes? Today, I have an exclusive offer prepared with incredible bonuses. You won't even pay half of $400, which would be $200. Not even half of that. The original market price of Glocoshiel is $150. However, since you took the time to watch this video to the end, I've prepared a special deal where you can get 3 bottles 100% free. I promised you'd get these bottles, and I don't lie or make false promises. Here's how it works. When you buy the 6-bottle kit, you only pay for 3 and get the other 3 free, securing 6 months of treatment, the best option. This way, each bottle of Glocoshiel costs only $49, the lowest price ever offered. This is the best choice because, in addition to saving money, you ensure your body continues to rebalance, fighting diabetes naturally with a complete treatment. If you prefer to purchase the 3-bottle kit, you pay for only 2 and get 1 completely free, giving you 3 full months of treatment. In this case, each bottle of Glocoshiel costs only $69. Now, if you choose the least common option of ordering just 2 bottles of Glocoshiel, you'll receive a 40% discount off the original price. In other words, from $150 down to only $79, you'll have the best source of concentrated apple cider vinegar extract to eliminate Firmicutes bacteria from your gut and reverse type 2 diabetes. This offer is available today only while supplies last. Once we're out of stock, the purchase buttons will no longer be active until we make another batch, which takes around 3 to 6 months. In fact, considering how many reservations we had for this last batch, it's likely that the next batch will be exclusively produced for existing users. That's why the first 10 people who purchase the 6-pack of Glocoshiel will receive a private Zoom consultation with me and a signed copy of my book, Sugar Balance Blueprint, delivered to their home. And there's more. These 10 people will also receive a $500 Apple Store gift card. And to top it all off, the first 10 people who secure their 6-pack of Glocoshiel will get a 100% refund on the cost of the 6 bottles directly back into their bank account immediately. Yes, you read that right. Along with all the special bonuses, your order will be entirely free. Have you ever seen anyone offer something like this? But as I said, this is only for the first 10 people who secure their 6 bottles of Glocoshiel, and those first 10 begin counting now. And yes, your order today is a one-time payment with no auto subscriptions or hidden charges. We hate those as much as you do. Additionally, as an incentive for you to regain control over your health, when you purchase 3 or 6 bottles, I'll waive the $20 shipping fee, meaning that only today you'll get free shipping.
Hey, sorry to interrupt. I have a quick message. If this video is appearing in the middle of your Glocoshiel presentation, today is your lucky day. To give you an idea of how confident I am in this revolutionary treatment, I've decided to do something my team is calling crazy. I believe so strongly
that Glocoshiel completely transform your life that
2 months from now, when your type 2 diabetes is cured and you've lost at least 18 pounds, I'll give you a chance to celebrate your new life with a 9-night 5-star cruise along the Mediterranean coast, absolutely free. As you know, the purpose of this product was never profit. The ones profiting from your illness are Big Pharma. Our goal here has always been to reverse diabetes permanently, so we decided to invest our small profit from Glocoshiel into this all-expenses-paid trip for you. You'll have the chance to visit beautiful places like Santorini, Dubrovnik, and Venice on a luxurious 5-star cruise, all expenses paid by Glocoshiel. And do you know why I chose the Viking Star? Because they're famous for having the best restaurants in the world on their cruises. There's no better way to celebrate a life free from diabetes than by eating well and without restrictions. Not to mention, of course, visiting incredible places and creating unforgettable memories with your family. Here's how it will work. In a few seconds, a green button will appear below saying, "Yes, I want to reverse type 2 diabetes." The first 10 people who click this green button and purchase the complete 6-bottle Glocoshiel package within the next 20 seconds will win this amazing trip for up to 3 guests. So get ready because you'll need to act fast. There are others watching this video and they'll be competing with you too. That's why I recommend that you prepare to act as quickly as possible, because when the timer hits 0, you'll no longer be eligible for the trip. Are you ready? Go ahead.
So click the green button below to secure your order. Think of this as the smallest yet most powerful investment you can make in yourself. Yes, 2 bottles of Glocoshiel can stabilize your blood sugar and address issues like restless sleep, low energy, and food cravings. 3 bottles might be enough to rapidly restore your entire body, shedding extra pounds, improving blood flow, and rejuvenating your brain cells to ward off Alzheimer's. But 6 bottles of Glocoshiel can make your body resilient, not just to diabetes, cravings, and poor blood flow, but to all the issues caused by a gut microbiome dominated by Firmicutes bacteria. This way, you'll eliminate all types of inflammation in your body, some of which you might not even be aware of. Here's exactly what you need to do to complete your order. Just below this video, you'll see a green button that says, "Yes, I want to reverse type 2 diabetes." Click the button and wait a few seconds for the next page to load. On the next page, you'll see the Glocoshiel packages. Let's say you choose the 6-bottle package. Just click the Buy Now button. As soon as you click, you'll be redirected to the payment page. This page is managed by ClickBank, one of the largest online payment processors in the world. ClickBank uses the same security system as banks like Bank of America and JP Morgan. This means your transaction will be protected by the same security technology that guards the fortunes of America's wealthiest millionaires. Now, to complete your order, just follow these steps. Scroll down. The first step is to fill out your name, phone number, and email. The second step is to fill in the fields with the address where you want to receive the package. And finally, the last step is to enter your payment information. Just click Buy Now and you're done. Our team will immediately prepare your shipment, and you'll receive it at your doorstep in no more than 72 hours. Remember, Glocoshiel is only available on this page. It's not available for purchase anywhere else on the internet, not on Amazon or other stores. I've eliminated all middlemen to offer you the best price possible. This is your only chance to get your hands on this exclusive blood sugar balance formula. I hate to say this, but time is running out. Why waste another second when the solution is right within reach? Make your choice below right now. And if you're a bit skeptical about whether this could work for you, I completely completely understand. After all, you've been led to believe all your life that medications, diet, and exercise are your only options for managing insulin resistance and balancing blood sugar. Naturally, the $327 billion diabetes industry will never tell you there's a quick, easy, and natural way to reverse type 2 diabetes. So here's what I'm going to do to prove that this formula works and that you have absolutely nothing to fear. I'm offering you a 180-day risk-free money-back guarantee. If you don't experience a dramatic reset in your blood sugar levels, if you don't see the fat melt away day by day, if you're not filled with energy and enthusiasm as your diabetes is treated, or even if you change your mind for any reason, even if you use the entire bottle and still want your money back, it won't be a problem. Just contact us within 180 days and we'll refund your purchase immediately. That's right, we're giving you a full 6 months. 6 months to test this miraculous formula. Sound good? To put it simply, it's like going to a restaurant, eating everything you want, and still getting your money back just because you didn't like the food. Wouldn't that be incredible? Unfortunately, no restaurant does this, but we believe so strongly that Glocoshiel will bring a significant change to your health that we made sure to include this 100% safe guarantee for you.
I owe Dr. Foster an apology. After watching the video, I got so excited that I went ahead and bought the 6-bottle package right away. When I mentioned it to my husband, he just gave me this look and said it was probably another one of those products that wouldn't do anything. So I ended up deciding to request a refund. I sent an email and honestly, it was so easy. Within minutes, I had my money back and I even got a reply with a subject line that said, "Keep the product and keep testing." That really caught me off guard, so I thought, why not give it a fair shot? And I'm so glad I did. Now I'm in my 3rd week and I've been able to get my blood sugar under control. I feel way more energetic and I've even lost 5 pounds. Honestly, I wanted to share this because I know how easy it is to doubt stuff like this, but sometimes you just have to try. I'm definitely sticking with it. It's been such a game changer for me.
The truth is that some people aren't ready to balance their blood sugar and experience life-changing benefits, and that's okay. If this is how you feel free to exit this site right now. This solution is not for you. But if you're ready to transform your entire life, all you need to do is claim your discount and take advantage of this amazing offer by selecting your package below now. No hidden fees or subscriptions. No auto shipments, just a simple and secure one-time charge. Glocoshiel is only available for purchase on this page, so choose your package below now. And remember, your order is 100% protected by my 180-day money-back guarantee. Now, I've saved the best for last. I've prepared an incredible gift, which you can receive here as an incentive to complete the full treatment and achieve maximum results with Glocoshiel. You'll receive this gift if you select the 6-bottle Glocoshiel package. Before this video ends, we call it the Ultimate Tea Remedies. You see, many people forget about the most powerful pharmacy there is, nature. God created the best remedies and left them in nature. You just need to know how to use them. That's why we created this app. In the app, The Ultimate Tea Remedies, you'll have access to age-old natural recipes used by people from the East for generations, people who lived over 100 years without a single health issue. These recipes can reverse cardiovascular conditions, hearing problems, joint pain, sexual impotence, digestive issues, and even dental diseases and toenail fungus. And the amazing part is that these medicinal ingredients go unnoticed every day, often hidden on grocery store shelves. Take a look at some of the secrets you'll learn. A delicious medicinal chocolate shake recipe, perfect for diabetic neuropathy, significantly reducing pain, numbness, and tingling in your hands and feet. An innocent but surprisingly powerful spice to eliminate blurry vision and drastically reduce the risk of blindness. An unknown green leaf capable of reversing sleep apnea, allowing you to sleep like a baby while melting away stubborn fat. A powerful African drink to reverse sexual impotence and increase libido. And a forgotten herb capable of strengthening cartilage and bones by up to 10 times. You'll get instant access to all this and more within the Ultimate Tea Remedies. All you need to do is purchase the 6-bottle package before this video ends. So, secure your package below and gain instant access to the Ultimate Tea Remedies. Now, it's time to act. You may not realize it, but you're at an important crossroads in your life, and right now, you truly have only 2 options, leading to 2 very different futures. So listen carefully as I explain what these 2 options are, so you can make the best choice for yourself. Option 1, you can keep going as you are, choosing to do exactly what the conventional healthcare system wants you to do. Spend the rest of your life taking medications. But by doing so, you'll never be free. Medication was never designed to cure you. It was designed to manage your condition, keeping you on the medication carousel until the day you die. This is how Big Pharma's treatment system works. It traps you in a lifetime of medication dependency. The average diabetic will spend 2 $283,000 managing the disease and its complications over a lifetime. That's the financial cost of doing nothing. The human cost is much higher. It's the feeling of helplessness, being trapped in your own body, feeling heavier, more exhausted, and more frustrated every day with your weight, your health, and your constant struggle. You'll desperately try to lose weight with diet and exercise, but remember, no amount of diet, exercise, or anything else you've tried so far has had any real chance of working. And now you know why. And what about the risk of coma, heart attack, stroke, nerve damage, or kidney failure, cutting years, maybe even decades, off your life? Is that truly a risk you want to take just to save a bit of money? If saving money is your concern, Glocoshiel is actually your best option. Imagine the thousands of dollars you'll save by no longer having to pay for appointments and medications. The truth is, I know you're tired of seeing that sugary belly fat staring back at you every time you look in the mirror, tired of pretending it doesn't bother you, and tired of longing to feel powerful, in control, and energetic like you did when you were young. Up until your last days, you could be a burden to your family and friends. I know you don't want that, and I doubt you would have stayed with me this long only to give up now. I'm being tough with you because if you sit there and do nothing about your blood sugar, this is the reality. I don't want you to feel bad. I just don't want this future for you. There's a way out. The door to a life free from blood sugar concerns is right in front of you. I've opened it for you. All you need to do is step through it. So please take a moment here to seriously consider option 2, a choice where you can say goodbye to your blood sugar concerns forever. You can start enjoying life again. You can enjoy your favorite foods and desserts without worry. Think about the tens of thousands of dollars you'll save when you stop paying for medications and test strips. How will you use it? To fund your child's college education, take the trip of a lifetime, or even buy a beautiful new home? You can live a long, happy life with the energy to do what you love most. You can take vacations, dine out, play with your children and grandchildren. You can be free. All it takes is a one-time investment in Glocoshiel today. In many ways, it's the easier path because all that's required on your part is deciding that you love yourself enough to say yes right now. Simply choose your package below. Fill out your payment information in our secure order form now before life intervenes, and secure your place in the Glocoshiel family. Remember, we recommend the 6-bottle package for the best and longest lasting results. This is a one-time payment. There are no auto shipments or hidden subscriptions. More than 12,000 former diabetics have balanced their blood sugar and eliminated Firmicutes bacteria from their gut. This is your chance to join them, but time is running out. This special limited time discount could expire at any moment. So act quickly now and make the right choice. Make the only choice you can make for yourself and your family. Choose your package below and put Glocoshiel to the test, completely risk-free, for a full 180 days. Start enjoying your precious life the way it was meant to be enjoyed. The only place to buy Glocoshiel is right here on this page. Choose your package now at this limited time price. Thank you for listening. Still here? You might have some questions about Glocoshiel, so let me quickly answer a few of the most common ones I receive daily. John from Florida asked, "My blood sugar dropped really fast. Why did this happen so quickly? Is it normal?" Don't worry, this is completely normal and safe. This rapid change happened because you're addressing the root cause of your diabetes, the Firmicutes bacteria in your gut. Remember them? These bacteria infest your intestines and consume both the insulin your body produces and any injected insulin. This is why Glocoshiel's formula is so powerful. It's specifically designed to eliminate these bacteria, gradually allowing your insulin activity to recover. This is why you experience such a quick drop in blood sugar. Glycoshield's effects are extremely fast. In the first 2 weeks, you'll notice that your blood sugar starts to lower progressively, even without much effort. You'll also see fewer infections and sores, particularly around your feet. The constant fatigue you've felt for so long will start to disappear. Moreover, sensations of dizziness, blurred vision, and tingling in your hands and feet will begin to fade. All of this will happen naturally within the first 2 weeks. By the time you complete the treatment, you may find yourself moved to tears when your doctor reviews your new blood test results and tells you that your diabetes is resolved, leaving you free to enjoy the life you deserve. Congratulations, John. Enjoy your new life. Dorothy from California asked, "I'll admit, I was skeptical of this treatment since I've tried so many supplements, but I'm pleased with the results. I completed the 6-month treatment, and my blood sugar is stable at 110, even after eating desserts." Why is Glocoshield so different from other supplements out there? Glocoshield is the first supplement specifically designed to eliminate the spongy gut bacteria that consume insulin, now recognized as the true root cause of type 2 diabetes. What sets Glocoshield apart is its primary ingredient, a concentrated acetic acid extract from naturally fermented apple cider vinegar. While apple cider vinegar has long been known to have health benefits, what nobody knew until now is the incredible power of its concentrated extract. Glocoshield contains a far higher concentration of naturally fermented acetic acid, the most potent medicinal medicinal compound in apple cider vinegar, making this the first treatment in history to offer a pure and concentrated extract of this kind. Unlike many placebo-like supplements and hard-to-swallow capsules, we developed Glocoshiel as a dropper formula with concentrated extract, allowing for easier nutrient absorption. It's also convenient to mix into your coffee or favorite drink without changing the taste. Another unique benefit of Glocoshiel is that it's non-habit forming, free from side effects, and won't interfere with other medications you're taking. Additionally, the results are long-lasting. If you complete the full 6-month treatment, your blood sugar levels will remain as stable as those of a healthy person permanently, without fluctuations, even years after completing the treatment. This is why I guarantee that Glocoshiel is the only treatment capable of reversing your type 2 diabetes. Richard from Ohio asked, I finished the 6-month treatment, and my doctor was amazed by the results. He said he'd never seen a patient reverse diabetes 100% and stay that way for months. He's considering recommending the treatment to his patients. What do you think? We're thrilled to hear your feedback, Richard. Many people doubt the effectiveness of this formula because, unfortunately, misleading products have led to skepticism. However, each bottle of Glocoshiel is crafted with high-quality raw ingredients under rigorous production standards. This formula is specifically designed to disintegrate Firmicutes bacteria, now understood to be the root cause of type 2 diabetes. This is why even endocrinologists with over 20 years of experience are impressed when they see the results in patients who complete the treatment. So yes, your doctor can confidently recommend Glocoshiel, and we'd be happy to assist with any questions they might have. Barbara from Texas asked, I ordered 3 bottles and they arrived the next day very quickly. I'm loving the treatment and my blood sugar has already dropped from 180 to an average of 140. My doctor says I'm close to reversing my diabetes. I regret not getting the full 6-bottle treatment. Is there still time to place another order? After my discovery went viral on TikTok and Facebook, we've been receiving a high volume of orders. Last I checked, there were only 23 bottles left in stock. The challenge is that each batch of Glocoshiel takes 3 to 6 months to produce. We ensure that the apple cider vinegar we use is of the highest quality, which is why we import premium raw materials. Additionally, the production process to create a highly concentrated extract takes weeks to complete, which is necessary for the product's quality and effectiveness. If you'd like to place another order, I recommend doing so as quickly as possible before our stock runs out. Once it's depleted, it could take up to 6 months for the next batch to be available, and even then, to ensure fairness, we'll create a wait list with bottles reserved and orders fulfilled as they come in. Frank from Illinois asked, how can I be sure this treatment will work for me? I have genetic diabetes and have been battling it for over 20 years and have lost hope. I also have other health conditions like high blood pressure and an enlarged prostate. Will the supplement affect these? This treatment has been extensively tested on hundreds of patients and has shown success in 100% of cases. Glocoshiel works for men and women, for those as young as 20 and as old as 80, for people who have suffered from the disease for years, and for those recently diagnosed. It's been effective in cases of genetic diabetes for inactive and overweight individuals, as well as for active and slim individuals. It's even worked in more severe cases, including patients who had lost a limb, suffered from diabetic neuropathy, or were on the brink of a heart attack. If Glocoshiel worked even in rare and extreme cases, imagine why it wouldn't work for you. Furthermore, Glocoshiel won't negatively impact your other health issues like high blood pressure or an enlarged prostate. In fact, as your gut clears from Firmicutes and becomes rich in good bacteria, it can improve your overall health. With your body operating at full capacity, your immune system will also be strengthened. So yes, this treatment is safe for everyone, and I'm confident it will work for you as it has for over 12,000 people from all walks of life. William from North Carolina said, I loved the cruise. It was my first time traveling first class, and it was an incredible experience. My wife and I enjoyed the seafood dinner on the second night. I admit I was skeptical that this was real, but in the end, everything worked out. Why did you decide to run this 5-star cruise giveaway? We're thrilled you enjoyed the experience, William. We've decided to create this cruise giveaway as a way to give thanks. Our goal with this treatment is not to make a profit, but to help as many people as possible. We use part of our profits to keep the website running, produce new batches, and pay our team. The remaining profit we decided to reinvest into these trips as a way to thank those who trusted us with the complete treatment. It's the only way we can offer this luxurious 5-star cruise. Carlos from California asked, is my order really secure? I'm worried about being scammed. I've bought other products before and wasn't happy with them. How does the guarantee work? Yes, your order and personal data are 100% secure. We work with ClickBank, one of the largest online payment processors worldwide. They use the same security system as major banks like Bank of America to protect your purchase and keep your data secure. This means your transaction is secured by the same advanced security that protects the assets of America's wealthiest individuals. When you click one of the options at the bottom of this page and secure your Glocoshiel Glocoshield supply today, you're automatically protected by our comprehensive 180-day money-back guarantee. This means that if you change your mind about Glocoshield for any reason within the next 6 months, you can request a refund through our app, by phone, or by email. We'll quickly refund your entire investment in Glocoshield, no questions asked. Rest assured, you'll be assisted by someone who genuinely cares about your satisfaction and is eager to help. With our fail-safe guarantee, you can try Glocoshield with complete confidence. Ruth from Indiana asks, okay, I'm ready to order Glocoshield now. What should I do next? All that's left for you to do is click the order button below, choose the best package for you, enter your details, and complete your order. We'll promptly send your bottles directly to your home. I'm fully confident you'll be amazed by how quickly Glocoshield can reverse your type 2 diabetes and restore healthy glucose levels. Our 6-bottle package is the most popular option because 6 bottles of Glocoshield can make your body resilient, not only against diabetes, cravings, and poor blood flow, but against all issues caused by a gut microbiome overloaded with harmful bacteria. This way, you'll eliminate all types of body inflammation, even brain inflammation, which you may not even be aware of. As I mentioned earlier, your entire purchase is 100% protected by our 180-day money-back guarantee. So go ahead and place your order now to experience Glocoshield's transformative power for yourself. As soon as you place your order, we'll ship Glocoshield to you as fast as possible. When you receive your order in just a few days, start taking Glocoshield daily and make it your new morning ritual. You'll be amazed by its remarkable effectiveness. Click below to start reversing your diabetes today.